Oh, Shabbat Shalom. I haven't been on in a while, trying to do some new things. Um, Thank you for your 10 minutes of your time. You know, we went through the Holy Week, Feast of Tabernacles. And I've been trying to figure out what's going on in the world. And you know, I have to look in different outlets of news to really see what's going on because our news is propaganda all the way. I mean, it's silence on some of the things that's going on in the world. You know, you hear about the protests in Iran, but you don't hear about the protests in Paris, Europe, Belgium, uh, Hungary. These people are struggling right now. We don't hear nothing about Africa. Africa is going through it. Nigeria, with their floods going through, Australia being flooded. It's it's a worldwide troubling time. All right. So the time of sorrow, the birth pains are ramping up. Okay, the birth pains are ramping up. I mean, everywhere is being a lot of places are being flooded out. The water has broken. All right, literally broken. Okay, um, it's just so much going on all at once. It's not even funny. How much the effects of this is affecting each people in each region. Um, all I can say, if you in cities right now, I hope you hunkering down like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk said, batten down the hatches and getting ready. You have to learn how to grow something. You have to learn how to grow something. Remember this last kingdom will be partly weak and partly strong. June 30th, I told you about that day. June 30th, I told you about that day. That's when they will be changing over the energy field or the energy production of the people into the overnight rate, overnight financial rate. They have to get it done before then. They tried to do it a few years back, but when Trump came in, he kind of threw a monkey wrench in their plan. So they have to do it before then. And energy, not having the oil that they need, uh, natural gas not traveling, or natural gas being traversed, but it's not transitioning them fast enough to be able to take care of the people. And they talk about having a price cap on Russian oil. They can forget about that. I don't even know. Putin said you can get it from Turkey. So, you know, in the global oil market, you know, all that oil is on the field, but they don't have to contract with these people if they don't want to. That's just that. And if you're gonna pay somebody less, we just don't send it to you. That's just how that works, you know. And they're not gonna like that repercussion. And a lot of European nations, or not let me say European nations, a lot of people who are in the EU not having that. Italy not having that. Okay, they not playing games because they've been in the austerity move for quite some time, and they've been hurting. They've been hurting over there in Italy. Um, Greece hurting. They having problems with Turkey, and you know where that's going. Turkey is going to uh, chastise Greece, Europe, Rome, in that area, and return Hagia Sophia to the Christian world that's coming. Uh, Iran is in full war back in Russia, like they said. Um, Even though that they saying that Iran is supplying them drones, in a way they are supplying them drones, but you know they selling them the aircraft, and it's the same with United States is doing with Ukraine. All right, but the United States has been found in Ukraine behind the lines fighting in the war. Yeah, yep, uniform behind the lines in Ukraine in the war. United States is in it. It's already being dragged in, especially through Poland. We're gonna see how this Swedish Poland vote go with Turkey if they allow them, if they give their backing for them to come into the United Nations, European Union, the NATO alliance. Okay, this world government is already here. You know, they just need the chastisement of the United States to happen. Then they can roll it out to see how much power they can get here in the North America. Um, as long as Trudeau is up there in Canada, pretty much got that sold up. South America, they have some problems with certain people down there, but South America is kind of their own little bastion of issues and problems. Okay, they just got tons of problems going on over there. That's what you got the migration going on, and they still haven't been able to get the 100 million people in that they want to get in. That's what they really want, 100 million people in here. That would change the demographics of North America ASAP. So, you know, but the energy, the currency, the credit is not helping the banks out. And I want to give a shout out to Captain. Um, Captain underscore Gethers. For putting me on. He did a video. I don't know if you really could see that. Sorry for the ring light, but he did a video showing this book, Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. And I had seen it a while back before, but I wasn't really didn't really interest me. So I just said, you know what, let me take a look at it. It looks like a small book, some easy read, 49 pages I think it was, but it had tons of information. Tons of information. Now, it's stuff I already knew, but to see it written out the way how it's written out in this book lets me know what these weapons are and why their weapons are no longer working. And one major reason why their weapons is no longer working is because we are in now the time of what is called solvent. Let me not say solvent. Let's say positive currency. Okay, no more negative currency. Positive currency. Okay, if you ain't holding on to positive, real tangible wealth, then you gonna be a slave. Okay, that's what they want. They want to chip you up, tag you up, to be a slave, to take your currency and your energy. Thank you for your 10 minutes of your time. This is my Babylon review. The UK, Liz Truss, out. I don't know what's going on with Ephraim and Manasseh, UK, the Britain, and the United States. They can't keep people in there. In Israel, they can't. They don't have a functioning government. They don't have functioning leadership. We don't have functioning leadership. It's terrible. Israel still trying to rob Lebanon of their gas, even though it says a win-win situation. And the Gaza Strip is on fire. The U.S., we got drought, floods, hurricanes, labor issues, deep trouble coming, at least by the end of 2023. Iran, told you about Iran with Russia. Russia is mobilizing their troops. They already mobilizing their troops. They doing a rotation. It looks like they ready to go all in because they hitting the capital of Kyiv and they hitting it pretty good with these drones. So I expect Germany to respond and come to the aid of Israel because Israel, right now Israel's saying they're not supplying no weapons, but it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna have to do something on behalf of Ukraine to show their solidarity with the world government. What else? Saudi Arabia. If Joe Biden pulls out or sanction or pulls out of supplying arms to Saudi Arabia, bet and believe Iran is ready, or Iraq, one of them is ready to attack Saudi Arabia, especially if they're not going to have Hajj next year. You can forget about it. They're going to be attacking Saudi Arabia, and that's going to be the end of that. Once they attack Saudi Arabia, eyes will be back focused on Jerusalem for the full scope of these next 7 years until His Majesty come. If they pull out some fake, false Messiah, saying that this is the Messiah in Israel, don't believe it. The Messiah is coming in the sky. You're going to see it cracked in the sky, okay? And you're going to hear it too. So you ain't got to worry about nobody parading across the TV. That's my 10 minutes of your time. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.